What is up, everybody? Pokepack Ripper back at it again, and today we're going to do a little bit of a different video. This is actually something that I've been wanting to do for a while. We will be opening up this Temporal Forces booster box, and we will be assisted by our friend and colleague, Ampharos. And what we're going to be doing is, it's the new year, resolutions and goals and like all of these things are going on. And Pokemon is about to get really, really, really crazy. We got Prismatic Evolutions coming out in just under 2 weeks from when this video is going out. We have Team Rocket sets coming out, at some point this year. We have the next mainline set coming out in March. So we got a lot going on, and it's possible that you may be, and while I talk, I'm going to open up this booster box so we can get ready to open it. You may be concerned about how much it all costs. And what I'm here to really talk about is how you can not go broke opening up Pokemon cards. Because it is very easy to do so. We're all here, I assume, because we at least like Pokemon just a little bit. And so I really want to talk today, give some tips on how to, just how to not go broke opening up Pokemon cards. And the first tip, Ampharos is going to help us out with these, is really just to set a budget. Now, just like this is a hobby. It's a hobby for me. It's a hobby, I assume, for many of you. It's not really something that we're going to want to get too crazy in doing. You want to know, how much does your life cost, important things. We got a Bronzor illustration rare. How much does, housing cost? How much does how much do your transportation and healthcare and all the things that, make your world go round? How much does that all cost? And that's going to want to be, a specific part of your budget. How much do the things that, you want to save for in the future, how much do those cost? And, after you decide on those things, what's left over? And that's really what you get to spend on, really whatever you want. Some people say that it should be 30% of your take-home pay. Some people say that it should be 20%, but whatever is best for you is really what you want to do. And Pokemon can definitely be part of that. And so, we can use sort of random numbers to sort of see what makes the most sense for you. But let's just say, after all the stuff that you have to do and all the stuff that you have to save for, or debt that you have to pay down, you have $500 a month to spend on things that you like. That can be, that can be going out to eat. That can be, going out to see live music or sporting events or stuff like that. And that could be, and probably is, Pokemon cards. And so really what you want to figure out is how much fun can I have for that amount of money? Obviously, the more money you have, the more choices you can make. We got a nice full art there, aside from Maniac's code breaking. And so if you have $1,000, you could do a lot. You could buy some booster boxes and rip those open. You could buy, some packs and rip those open if you're trying to do more vintage and stuff like that. It's really up to what you want. Sometimes I've been seeing a lot of ads on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that, talking about how, you need to open up packs to get your cards. You need to open up packs to get your cards. And I just have to say, that's not the case. You don't need to open up packs to get your cards. Whatever way you want to get your cards is the way that you want to get your cards. And that could be buying singles. Here's an example of something that I recently bought. It's an energy card with our boy in the background there, Call Legends energy card. And if I tried to get that out of a pack, which is Call of Legends, I don't know if y'all know of that set, but It's a relatively old set, 2010. It's black and white sort of time, but right before the black and white era. And so those packs are really expensive. And you're not guaranteed any energy, and you're definitely not guaranteed that specific energy. And so I bought that card for $20 because that is the market price for that. Now, I could have bought several packs of Call of Legends and not pulled any of that. And that would have been a lot more money than just buying the card that I wanted. And now I get to enjoy the card, I get to look at it, and I get to, be reminded of when I bought it and, how responsible I was in using my funds the right way. And so I really don't think that you have to, obviously, this is a channel about ripping, but I think what a lot of people say that they enjoy about ripping packs is actually specifically, that chase, that sort of gambling vibe that you get when you're opening packs. You're not necessarily sure what you're going to get, but sometimes you don't have that opportunity. You're just really going to focus on, got Iron Crown, regular EX there. You really are focusing more on the pulls than on the actual pack openings. I specifically like to open packs. So that's tip number one, is set a budget. We'll put this back over here. The second tip that I have is shopping smart. Now, we just got done with a bunch of sales because we got past the holiday season, as it were. The problem with sales is that generally it makes you want to buy more than you would, buy more than you can afford, because you feel like you're getting a deal. I would really encourage people to know how much you can spend and figure out what you're going to spend that money on and take that from there. It's really not, like a little grass function there. It's really not going to be good for you to say like, oh, this something was normally $200 and now it's $150. And so I'm saving X amount of dollars. But what if you've only budgeted $100 to spend? You're justifying shopping for something that you wouldn't necessarily get if it was full price, and you're spending more than you normally would. Neo Upper Energy. Iron Leaves. We already have this, but that's awesome. We got a special illustration rare Iron Leaves EX. I love that card. So we got a double banger. Little ace spec and our SIR there. That's pretty dope. This actually sort of leads me. This is another tip that I was going to go over at a different time, but I'm going to share with you all now. Oh, it's actually the next one. That's timely. So, trade to save. This is going to be a very specific tip for when you're opening up Pokemon cards, because there's so many people that are opening up cards right now that there's bound to be people that, just like me, don't need that specific card, and will trade something away that they need for something that you need. And so I encourage you, wherever you are, try and find some card shops in your area that might either trade with you specifically or facilitate trade nights for your local trading card game community. Because a card like that, I think market for that is about $60 or so. And so there are a couple cards that I need in this set that I would trade away that card to get for. Maybe it's for a different set. Maybe it's Twilight. Maybe it's Surging Sparks. Like, who knows? And so it's important for you to be able to, like, when you do choose to open up cards, that you know that you can trade away the things that either you don't need or the things that you really like, but you like something more. So that's definitely something I would encourage you on. All right, we have, including this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 packs left in the first half. So we're doing pretty good. We already got that SIR. We're sort of in the era of of the Scarlet and Violet era where we don't necessarily get more than one special illustration rare in one box. So I hope that we do, of course. But if we don't, that is okay. Regular EX. Really, because we're trying to finish this set, this is actually probably going to be maybe not the last time I open up a booster box of Temporal Forces, but it might be. So my goal really with these is to try and pull some stuff that now this set is very interesting because a lot of the cards that are high value I need. So like a lot of the SIRs I need. And so it might be hard to trade for some other things because I need a lot of the bigger cards, but we will see if we can pull something else. I don't have a ton in my trade binder over there that is of like the craziest high value, but I do have some like graded cards. Now that is not a tip that I have for this specific video because generally that investment is, well, it's really a gamble because even though you may look at a card to see if it's like of high quality, and we'll do it with the Iron Leaves right now, just to see, if this is something we might grade. I actually wouldn't, because there's a little bit of a nick. You can kind of see it in that angle. There's a little bit of nick at the top of the card there. It's probably a reason why I would not. Other than that, though, it actually looks really good. It's just that top of the card. That might have been a me thing. That might have been something else. But the centering looks really good. Surface looks really good, but it's probably not something that I would grade. And it costs money to grade stuff. It's $20, $25 to grade these cards. So it's just not something that I would really, recommend if you're trying to like save your money specifically for your opening up hobby. All right. But yeah, like I said, we have a lot coming out in the hobby over the next like month or so. So, what are you all thinking about that pack? That was something. What are you all thinking of opening in the next few months? I know lots of people are very excited about Prismatic Evolutions. I am excited for the set, but I'm not excited to open it. I think it's going to be crazy expensive. I think it's going to be, for whatever reason, hard to find, even though I think if the Pokemon Company, if they overprinted it, I think it would still do really, really well. People would still buy it, but I think it's just going to be really, really, really expensive. Gonna get, Buddy Buddy Poffin. We know that that's a valuable card. It'll be interesting to see, as we already, you all already saw the Terrestrial Festival. We'll be coming out with another Terrestrial Festival video, probably next week. But there's Buddy Buddy Poffin in the new set, so it's probably gonna make that value of that card go down, I assume. Ooh, Licky Licky Tongue. We already have this, so that'll go right into the trade binder. But yeah, Buddy Buddy Poffin, very playable card. I think in a reverse holo, it's like a $4 card. So that's another thing. Sometimes you'll have card shops that will be a little bit more accepting of like things that you want to buy. 2 more cards in the first half. 2 more packs in the first half. And so I encourage you to, ask your card shop, do you take cards that are, instead of being collectible, are playable? So trainer cards and other cards like that you might think are not worth that much money, but actually are worth, a good amount. As I mentioned, there are full art trainer cards that in theory are rarer than that Buddy Buddy Poffin in a reverse holo, but are not worth, or like worth 1/10 of what that card is worth. So definitely encourage you, you know, when you're engaging with those shops. If you don't have ones around you, it can be a little bit more challenging. All right, y'all, last pack from the first half, and then we'll go over the first half hits. We're really front loaded. I think the second half is going to be not so good. We're probably going to go relatively quickly, unless it's like a crazy broken box with like a million, like 20 hits or something like that. I do not think that is going to be the case, though. Sorry, y'all, just organizing. So what we got for the first half, y'all? We'll organize these together. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then we have 1, 2, 3. So we have eight hits in the first half, really being the biggest one being that Iron Leaf special illustration rare, which I really like that card. I really like this whole set, which is obviously one of the reasons why I'm trying to finish it. Let's actually get into the next tip while we are continuing on. So next tip I really have for everybody here is just to keep it focused. There's so much product that is going to be coming out. There's English product, there's Japanese product, there is there's just so much. There's simplified Chinese, there's Korean, there's just like so much stuff. Ooh, Raging Bolt's full art. We need that one, so that's awesome. Raging Bolt as special illustration rare would be dope. Wow, that's a great card. Second half starting off strong. There is just so much going on. And so what I would really recommend is like, stay focused on the things that you want. Right? And focus on them until, you know, you complete those things. It is really challenging, and I can speak from personal experience. When you're trying to focus on multiple sets, lots of different things, you can sort of forget, you know, what you're specifically going to want from the hobby. So we have a set coming out this month. We have a set coming out in March. We will likely have a set coming out in June. We will likely have a set coming out in September. There's just going to be a lot of stuff coming out, and it's stuff that you're probably going to want to save for. But really, just like, you know, like we're doing here. Look at other Pokemon YouTubers. Look at people on other social media. Look up the artworks. See what you like. If you have a favorite Pokemon, we all know what mine is. And they release a set that Pokemon is in. Maybe there's one card, maybe there's multiple cards. You know, maybe that's a set that you're going to want to focus on, especially if they have a really cool artwork for that card. I would love to get that Sawsbuck illustration rare, or the Deerling, if we can swing it. And so stay focused. Don't try and complete every single thing. I remember when I was getting right back into the hobby in April of 2023, I was like, wow, this is all so great. I was like, oh, Scarlet and Violet is out, and then Obsidian, and then Paldea Evolved came out, Buddy Buddy Poffin again. Paldea Evolved came out, got a Koraidon regular EX. You know, I just like started buying way too much stuff. And so then I actually took a break. 151 came out, and I tried to do all 4 of those sets at the exact same time, and it was just like, it was kind of crazy. 151 came out, and it was just too much. So I took a break when Paradox Rift came out, and I took a break actually for 2 sets, Paradox Rift and Paldean Fates. I was just like, these sets are fine, but I was like, wasn't really into the the shinies. Ooh, Ranunculus. That's cool. I think we have that one already, but it is a cool card. Yeah, and so I took a break and I waited until this set, Temporal Forces, came out, and I was really happy about that because I was able to focus on getting more cards for those other sets and completing those sets. And obviously, as you guys have seen on some of my shorts, I was completed SV Base, Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolved, 151, and so really I think you just got to stay focused, see what your money looks like, and just take it from there. All right, we're actually getting some good hits on the second half of the box. Let's see what else we can. Let's see what else we can get. Yamper. Harry. Oh, okay. Nothing in that pack. This isn't really a tip though, but something I would recommend is, obviously, you want to get as much value as you can out of what you're spending. But value is not necessarily only in how much the cards are worth. You want to think about how much value you're actually getting out of not just opening packs, but got an ace spec in this one. Excuse me. Keldeo, a little Awakening Drum, ba-boom, ba-boom. Got an Arbok and a Dunsparce in there. So 2 ace specs, y'all, in this box. Who knows? Maybe we'll have two SIRs. But one of the things what was I saying? That I would recommend is, like, how much are you enjoying it? Like, whenever sometimes now I don't open up cards unless I am making a video, which actually is a really good way of sort of limiting it, because, I know I do my shorts every day, but like I only open up a good amount of product like once a week. And so what I do like to do is go back and look at what I've done, right? Look at your binders. Look at things that you have worked hard to complete. And that'll actually bring me on to my next tip. Now, some people won't really want to buy you like the specific stuff, cards, booster boxes, collection boxes. Maybe they will. And if they do, then that's great. But sometimes what people will do, I make this joke to my friends who golf. It's like, once you make something like a hobby, your identity, people will love to buy you like gear. So gloves and clubs and all this other stuff. But like, we have gear too in this hobby. We have binders, we have sleeves, we have top loaders, we have semi-rigids, we have, if you get really crazy like I just did, we have these suitcases, we have we got a lot of stuff. And so ask for gear, right? Binders, although they're not like crazy, they are like not cheap. If you're trying to buy a Voltex binder, it'd be $30. If you're trying to buy even like not a great binder, but like we know that if you're trying to keep your stuff good and safe, you want to buy a good binder. Looks like we have another EX in this pack. Got a Walking Wake. Ooh, I would love that, even though we already have it. The Walking Wake Special Illustration Rare in this set is my favorite, like by far. I think it's also because I love Suicune, so that's gonna be a big part of it. But yeah, y'all, ask for gear. Ask for a gift card. Ask for a Voltex gift card. Ask for an Ulti Pro gift card, like whatever sort of makes sense. Sorry. And so that could be a really good way to sort of like get the things that you're going to have to buy but aren't like super exciting. Just ask for them. What is the worst that could happen? If my friends at golf can get gloves that cost like $100, I think I can get a binder that costs $30. Maybe ask my wife. She herself actually has said she will never buy me Pokemon for a gift, which I very much understand. Got Lycanroc, Brambleghast. Yeah, I think this is like I don't think it's me. This is not on both sides of the card, but some of the hollows in this box are a little damaged. All right, y'all, we got 4. We'll go on to the next because we got 4 packs left. The next tip I have, and I think this is the last one, is it's about fun, y'all. Now, if you're not having fun, if you are like stressing out, you're like, oh, I spent all this money, I have to open up cards that are valuable. You know, that's stressful. That might not be what you want to do. And so think about it. What makes it fun, right? What makes it fun? For me, we got something, you know. I think we got a full art. You know, is it about a Ponyta reverse charge board? Oh, regular EX Wug Trio. And so yeah, think about what makes it fun. What are your favorite Pokemon? What are your favorite artists? You know, there's lots of these things that, you know, you might have a little baby binder, like I do, of all your favorite cards. Maybe they're valuable, maybe they're not valuable. But like, what makes it fun for you? I personally like looking at the cards after I've completed them. I like looking at the cool artworks. You know, I think that's a really good way. If you're in it, you know, just for like getting things that are valuable, then, you know, that might be challenging. That might be something that you want to like save up for, to say like, oh, I really want to buy like a vintage booster box, or I really want to buy, you know, whatever. I want to buy something that's like $3,000. And then, you know, your goal is to save up that money, buy that box, and then have that as like part of your collection, you know, something you can sort of show off. So you really got to think about like what makes it fun for you. Me personally, the more I can do, the more fun it is. So if I can spend $100 and buy like $25 singles of cards that I like the artwork for, even if they're not in like the best condition, that's something I'm going to want to do. So really you want to think about what's fun for you, because that way you're not going to feel bad about the money. We got it. We got the Deerling. That's awesome. I love this card. This card is so sick. I love it. I love this card. Put that in the hit pile. And so that's really what you got to think about. What's fun? What's it worth? And then go from there. Don't overextend yourself, and don't think about it that way. All right, so the second half, take out the EXs. So what we got 2 illustration rares, 3 and 4, a spec there. And then we got 3s. We had 7 in the second and 8 in the first. That's pretty good. Got 13. Yeah, a lot of good stuff here. Some stuff we need, some stuff we don't. But we had fun doing it. Hope everybody, I know it's a little bit of a longer video. I appreciate everybody coming by. That Iron Leaves is so sick. But we'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Peace.